Hello, everybody. Sorry, I have such a booming voice tonight. Hi, my name is Bill Reeve. I'm with JazzFresno. Welcome to the first edition of Jazz at the Library for the coming season, which will be the fall of 2025 and into 2026. We're super excited to see you here. It's been a busy summer for JazzFresno. We've just been notified that we have received 3 more grants through Measure P. So not quite the same as last year. It's an evolving process, thank you. So we have an operational grant that'll help us out a little bit during the year. And then our Latin Jazz Big Band that happened last year is also gonna reform and do some more concerts this year. And then there's a project with Professor Benjamin Boone at Fresno State, who's an amazing jazz musician and composer and teacher. He's got a project that's gonna fund hiring some local composers to write music that will be performed around a little bit and recorded. And anyway, so that's an exciting thing. And then the other thing that's really exciting is that we're about to launch Milestones Youth Jazz Workshop again, which is a program that was beloved and was around for about 8 years before the pandemic. And it's taken us a little while to get it back up and going, but we're looking to start it around September 30th for an 8-week session. If you're interested in learning more about it, if you follow the QR code on my back or pinned up on the wall, there's an interest survey there. And I know some of you are thinking I'm too old to be going to that link, but the program is mainly for middle school and some high school kids. But if you're interested in supporting the program in some way or helping somebody afford to attend the program, you can get information there as well. So anyway, we're super excited about that. And then now onto the big stuff. We have an incredible bit of music happening for you tonight with some of Fresno's finest young musicians. If you've been around at all, you're probably aware of the We Got the Beat program. It's a rare program. For me, I've known about it since about 2006, when my son, who was in kindergarten, was trying to convince me to find someone to teach him to play the drums. And who would do that, right? I mean, yeah. So, but then somebody pointed out, oh, there's a person in town who does that. And we did have to hold him off a bit because you have to have graduated from kindergarten to start in the program. So much to his chagrin, he had to wait a little while. But it immediately had a huge impact on my family. And so I'm still involved with them thanks to their kindness and letting me be involved with them 20 some years later. That son of mine went through that program all through high school, and he got a jazz scholarship to college where he studied physics, and now he's a working bass player in the Kansas City area. About a week or 2 into his first program with Brenda Myers, who I'm going to bring up here in a second, my daughter went, hey, I want to do that too. And next thing you know, she was in it, and she is a composer and professional in the LA area. And so anyway, it's impacted my family tremendously, and Brenda feels like family to me. So anyway, before I get all squishy and stuff, Brenda Myers was an educator here in town in the Buchanan educational system, I think, one of the first ones there, right?
Founding faculty.
Founding faculty there, and she's an amazing teacher, but at a certain point, she was at the Percussive Society convention, I believe I'm probably getting that wrong, in Florida, and she saw this really cool group from Kentucky called the Louisville Leopards, and it's run by this amazing lady, Diane Downs. And Brenda was so impacted by this group that she thought, man, I need a group like that. And I'm sure I'm leaving a lot out, but she approached Diane, and together Diane helped her start We Got the Beat 20 some years ago here in town. And it's grown and impacted tons and tons of kids. And they haven't all gone on to be professional musicians. I know one's in law school right now, and there's all kinds of stories like that. But she's amazing, the program's amazing, and you're gonna get to hear a little bit about today about growing up in We Got the Beat. So without any further ado, my dear friend, Brenda Myers.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, the best thing I did was ask Diane to come out here and teach like she teaches. Which is very different than your standard teaching. So I got her to come out for 17 years to be the lead teacher at our summer camp. And they said, you know what to do, you're on your own now. So, but yeah, we're still really good friends and we still meet up at the convention every year. So anyway, thank you all for being here. It's always my pleasure to introduce people to We Got the Beat and the kids in it, and hopefully spark some other people to want to be involved in the program. So tonight is really, oh, where'd he go? There he is. Okay, Roman Rivera. This is really Roman Rivera's show tonight. And unfortunately, he has to teach at Clovis Community College on Tuesday nights. He got this gig for the kids, and then right after that, they called him up and said, we want you to teach a class on Tuesday nights. So he felt like he really needed to do that, so he called in the sub, and that's me. So, but tonight is also about the older kids in our program, the upper echelon of the older kids in our program, Beyond the Beat. This is brand new. This is a brand new thing for us. It's a combo, so not 17 to 30 kids up here playing at one time, but it's more combo. So he's teaching them combo techniques and how to handle a show on your own, and how to introduce and how to do all that stuff. And so this is the first time that they've tried it out. So we're going to see how they do. They look pretty good. When did I see you? Yesterday? Yeah. Yeah. So I saw them yesterday, and they're getting there. They're getting there. So anyway, this is a very loving, kind audience. So you only want the best for them, so that's a good thing. So Roman actually made a little video. So Bill, can we play that?
What's up, Jazz at the Library? My name is Roman Rivera, and I'm currently the music director for We Got the Beat. I come from a family of other musicians. My dad and his brother were both students of Brenda Myers. My mom's dad is a bass player, and some of my family that lives in Coachella were either drummers, rappers, or bassists. And since my dad was a former student of Brenda Myers, he threw me in, and the rest is kind of history. I started playing gigs and became known at my school for being really good at the drums. I was really hyper-aware of time and knew that this wouldn't last forever, so I took every moment that I could get, whether it was being behind the drum set at a gig or just hanging out with my friends that I was in We Got to Be with. I made some of my best friends whom I still stay in touch with to this day. I also love watching my friends that were in We Got to Be grow up and become the adults that they're becoming. I noticed as I got older in high school and college, some things that were common knowledge to me were not common knowledge to others. Like how to set up something, a drum set, being fearless in my attempt of playing, trying to understand something, and trying to understand how to be a productive member in an ensemble. At one point I started teaching reading to students in Fresno Unified, and I couldn't stop talking about music to my students. I'm not sure how much they were learning about reading, but I always talked about my experiences as a musician and how far that would take me. Most of the kids seemed really inspired by that, so much so that more than half of the students that I was teaching were joining band once they were eligible to do so. And I believe that to this day, getting kids into music is one of the most impactful experiences that they can have, because it teaches them about cooperation, listening, being present, teamwork, all really great aspects that we currently need in our society, especially right now. We Got the Beat is one of the only programs that I know of that allows kids to learn how to do all these things at such an early age. We do it in some of the most memorable ways, while singing about getting tackled by a bear, while learning Afro-Cuban music such as Afro Blue by Mom Santa Maria, or learning about candy bugs in your hair while you're learning rock classics by the late Ozzy Osbourne. It's cool to be on the other side now, because I get to watch the kids grow up and experience We Got the Beat in the ways that I experienced it in the greatness of all of it. I'm excited to watch these kids currently that are in We Got the Beat grow up. I'm excited to see the people that they become and to grow up in We Got the Beat and beyond. Thank you so much. Please enjoy the performance.
Right. Go Roman. So, what I wanted to do for you guys is to, since we're going to showcase the elders of our program, I wanted to also show you the very beginning of our program, which are the rookies. And are you guys ready to come? Come on up. Right. So, these guys are in either second or third grade. And this is either their first year with us or their second year with us. So, you can kind of see the difference between the ones that are brand new to us and the ones who have been around for a while, because their confidence is a lot higher. Are we good? Can you fix it?
This one's weird, it just don't hook solid.
Oh, yeah. You got it? Okay. These things happen. But see, this is what they learn. They learn how to fix a set of vibes when the pedal goes off. So, all right, you ready? So this is C Jam Blues. This is one of the very first, these two songs these kids are going to play. And they're only going to play part of them. They're not going to play the whole arrangement, because this isn't all of our rookies. This is just a demo group for you tonight. But I just want to show you, like, it's September, and so we haven't been together as a band for that long. We just signed contracts at the beginning of September. So, so we're just now learning each other and how to play together and all that kind of stuff. Are we ready? And of course, you have to be able to play to the drummer. Are you ready, Julianne? Start us off, baby. But he did not break down. He didn't stop playing. He listened and got himself back where he belonged. And those are really important things that we're looking for in young players. Well, every player, but the young players. Do you remember when you said not the one you're playing now, but okay, and so now the bass player is going to start us off on the song called Batman. Yeah! All right, future leader of We Got the Beat right there. Go for it. nice start. And these guys are going to show you where they end up or how high they can go if they stay with the program. So we're missing like the middle group, right? The secondary, where they're 4th, 5th, and 6th, and all of that, those kinds of things. So we just didn't have space or time or any of that kind of stuff tonight to do anything with those guys. But hopefully you can get the idea. If they can start here and through the years, they can get up to where these guys are here. So what do we got? McKenna. Okay, so McKenna. So Bill was talking about his son Spencer. And so McKenna is his older sister who came into the group. And I will never, I can tell this story because she's not here. But she was in my Adventures in Drumming class, which is just a drumming class, but we learn songs and things like that, but we don't perform. And she was in that class, and we all go around and we all play the different instruments, and drum set player, has to lead them. I think actually she was playing Batman. And so she messed up on drum fill, and she fell completely apart and ran to her daddy and got in his lap, and I thought, I'm never going to see this girl again. And she will tell you that, yeah, she was a real perfectionist. But that day, and then just being in We Got the Beat in general, she learned the joy of it's okay to make mistakes. You'll have another chance and you'll get better and you'll learn from them. And so she'll campaign for that slogan nowadays with anybody. So, again, I just tell them, keep coming. As long as you keep coming, you'll learn. It's okay, and your mistakes will be smaller, and eventually you won't make that mistake again. So anyway, but what we wanted to do, McKenna really, I love, Bill tells me about McKenna and things that she says, and I go, yeah, that's one of those students who actually listened to what I said and did it. Not all of them do. And so she basically trying to prove me, not really trying to prove me, but I mean, that's the proof. So she did everything I said, the way I said to do it, and she found that for herself, that worked really well. So anyway, so we have a little video from McKenna too, since she's busy in LA and couldn't come see us today. So let's see what McKenna has to say.
I am a proud former beater who joined the band in around 2008. I was a 5-year veteran of the We Got the Beat program, and I went on to help teach in an assistant capacity while I was in high school. I was in the Beyond the Beat program afterwards, and now I'm really happy to serve as the camp co-director, main room person, helping out Brenda and Roman even now about 18 years later. I remember being pretty intimidated by all of the older, loud, rambunctious, crazy kids that were already in the band and knew the drill. And I was thinking a little bit like, oh boy, what am I getting myself into here? So We Got the Beat program is a group of kids. We would play rock songs, Brazilian, Cuban songs. We would play, jazz, whatever Brenda cooked up for the season. But we would play, we rehearse once a week and then perform throughout the community. Well, honestly, what was almost cooler than the musical We Got the Beat is also a place where 8 to 12-year-olds were asked to take on far more responsibility and leadership than they were anywhere else in their lives. So the We Got the Beat program helped me succeed in life. Like I said earlier, it's a lot deeper than just the music. I, at 8 or 9 years old, was expected to be able to load and unload the truck for my own performance, memorize all of my tunes, and make sure that I was performance ready. We were expected to largely kind of run ourselves. Brenda was in charge of rehearsal, and obviously somebody else had to drive us to the gig. But as much as possible, Brenda asked us to maintain kind of adult musician levels of responsibility for what was happening. Brenda put the bar really high in a lot of those ways. And that set all of us up for very early success in life as well as in music. it was really fun as a rookie to kind of get the lay of the land and figure out what's going on. Older kids would step in and help me if I felt overwhelmed or if there was something I couldn't do that Brenda didn't have time to help me with. I don't know that I remember my first performance experience with Big at the Beat because it was promptly followed with about a million other performances with Big at the Beat. But generally, you know, from the early days in the band, I remember it being so gratifying to play music with other people in front of an enthusiastic crowd. We were playing outside, we were playing carnivals, we were playing festivals, we were playing random elementary school cafeterias at 11:30 in the morning. But Blue Hair was a band that my brother and I started with two other members of We Got the Beat, Philip and Elijah Anderson. So this was a really formative early experience for me in band leading. And it was my first foray into taking the skills I learned in We Got the Beat musically and then moving that forward with my own manpower. I currently live and work in Los Angeles as a freelance musician, performing, writing, and arranging music for people and teaching. Brenda fostered a lot of confidence and a lot of independence in all of us growing up. Like I said earlier, she really expected 8 to 12-year-olds to function like professional musicians in every way humanly possible. That is the We Got the Beat experience right there. Thanks again for being at Jazz at the Library. I hope you enjoy hearing about all of our escapades with the We Got the Beat program. And I hope that if you're a Fresno resident, you catch them at a gig sometime soon. Thanks so much and have a great night.
All right, you guys ready? Hello. Wake up. Okay.
Thank you, Brenda. As she said, we are the We Got the Beat combo, and the first song of tonight will be Killer Joe by Benny Golson off the 1960 album Meet the Jazz Ed. So it will be Charlie and Milo on the vibes, and featuring Luke on the drums. That will be our primary drummer of tonight. Hope y'all enjoy.
Thank
next song is Caravan by Duke Ellington. It was featured in the 2014 movie Whiplash. And our soloists will be Katie and Charlie on the vibraphone. Hope you all enjoy.
by Sonny Rollins. And my name is Katie, and this is my 3rd year in the company. 4th year, actually.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that last one, but okay. My name is Anna, and this is my 4th year in Deputy. Our next song is going to be Strasbourg St. Denis by Roy Hargrove. It was written June 2nd, 2008 off the Ear Food album. I really like this song, and it's very groovy. I hope you all enjoy it as much as we do. Enjoy.
y'all enjoyed that one. Great songs, guys. That was really cool. Our next song will be Afro Blue by Cuban conga player Mongo Santa Maria. I really like the song. This is, actually didn't play this in Got the Beat. I was too young for that. But I was always a kid to learn stuff that I wasn't necessarily meant to learn. So when I was in primary, I learned this song in my second year. I learned the melody, but now I'm going to be playing bass. And I hope you enjoy this one. It's a really great tune. I hope you think so too. Hope y'all enjoy it.
I've been in the group for 11 years. Yeah. And this next song that we're going to be playing is called Tumbao Pachinguito. We're playing it right now on Beyond the Beat. It's really fun. This song will be featuring me, Katie, and Luke and Timothy, and Anna. So I hope you guys enjoy. everybody, it's me again. You guys already know, my name's Charlie and I've been in the group a long time. This next song that we're going to be doing is called Home Cookin'. I really like this song because I played this song in, I believe, my first or second year to be on the beat. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. I think it's super groovy and it's super fun. And everybody gets to solo, which is super fun. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Luke. Hi, my name is Luke. Today I'm going to be playing CJ and Blues. It's the last song for tonight. And, I've been in We Got the Beat for 6 years now. And, yeah, enjoy.
Nice job, you guys. So I just asked them if they want to play Batman, because they played CJ Blues. And a lot of times when we're at camp in the summer, we have a lot of people, a lot of former players that come back to help at camp. And I'll hear them, they're in the main room playing Batman. And you never get it out of their system. You want to go? All right, do it. Awesome. All right, too bad, or I don't have any of my second, I do have one third grader here. All right, see what can happen? Keep playing, Xander. Keep at it, buddy. Yeah. All right, I thank you all for coming. I don't know if anybody has any questions for us or anything like that, but if you do, now's the time. Yes?
What grades are we?
Are these guys?
Yeah.
I'm in 8th grade.
What grade are you in?
Oh, here.
Say it in the microphone.
I am in 8th grade.
I'm in 9th.
10th grade.
12th.
9th grade.
8th. Come back in here in a year or so. Hopefully it'll be even better. So, anything else?
Charlie get a scholarship yet?
She'll get a job. We'll hire her to come help teach. She does a great job. She assists us in one of the other, we got the B classes, and it's great. She does a great job.
Woo!
Yeah. Yes, you do. So, anything else? I think,
A compliment.
A compliment? Okay.
10 points individually and across the board. Fabulous hair.
Congratulations. You have best hair. All right. We used to give awards for that.
So they'll be back next year, huh?
Sure, if they'll have us, we'll come back.
Definitely come back. I want to see them.
Because they just started doing this, so, yeah, who knows? Who knows what can happen in a year? You're gonna have us back, Joe? I won't put you on the spot.
Hey, I want to call your attention to a couple of events. The Jazz Composers Orchestra functions out of Fresno City College, and it's made up of local professionals, and a lot of them are teachers. And they have a concert at Fresno City College in conjunction with the Fresno State Jazz Band, and that will happen October 6th. That's a Monday night, 7:30 in the theater at Fresno City College. We hope to see you there. It's a free event. And then once a month, local trumpet player, educator, I'm sorry, something else. I'm sorry, it's not free. Thank you. Oh, guess what? It's not free. Thank you. Students are $5, seniors and staff are $6, and general is $8. Still a bargain. Okay, so the other event is this Thursday night at Rivendell Event Center. Local retired music educator and contractor and band leader Joe Lenigan has a big band that plays from 6 to 8, and there is a charge for that. Is it 15? What is it? $15. They play for 2 hours. There's dancing and there's listening, and you can also, there's food available for purchase. Rivendell Event Center is on McKinley Avenue between the 168 and the airport. And if you want the actual address, it's 4927 East McKinley. Next month, right here, the Dale Engstrom Quartet will be here, and he's adding a 5th member. So Dale's daughter, Katie, is a singer, a vocalist, and she'll be joining that group, and they'll be presenting here for Jazz at the Library. We hope to see you then. Drive safe. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you, We Got the Beat and Beyond the Beat. Good night.